Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today we are going over the new GFuel Blood, Sweat, and Tears. What kind of a name is Blood, Sweat, and Tears for an energy drink? Well, I think it implies what the flavor does to you. And if you haven't seen this drink, it is a limited edition exclusive. It's a store exclusive. If you don't have the store near you, then you probably don't see it. But I will tell you all about that and more coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today, and if you want to stay informed on all things caffeine related, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every Tuesday night and one on the weekends. And if you're not following me on social media yet, I don't know why. Maybe you don't have social media, or maybe you just don't like me. But you can follow me on Instagram at CaffeineMan1. That is where I have my larger following. It's so much easier to post pictures there. But I do also have a Twitter account and Facebook, also at CaffeineMan1. And in today's video, we're going over GFuel Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And how new is this drink? You know, it's probably about a month or so old, and it can be difficult to find because it is only sold at Micro Center stores. So you can do a Google search for Micro Center stores and see where they're located. But I don't think there's a ton of locations, and GFuel is kind of known for doing this. They're kind of known for having like Sheets exclusives and other kinds of limited exclusive flavors. And it would really be nice if you could actually buy these online too, and who knows, maybe someday you might be able to buy it from the Micro Center website or Amazon or GFuel. And besides being able to find it at Micro Centers, I do want to take a second to say thank you to Energy Drink Josh for sending me this drink. He had a Micro Center near him. He was able to pick it up and send it to me, so thank you to him. And if you haven't done it yet, you should check him out on Instagram or Twitter. He posts pictures of energy drinks almost every single day. You're bound to see something you haven't seen before. What we do know is that it's called Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and that is an interesting name for an energy drink. And it's probably because they want to imply what the flavor is, and the can is red, and it has Super Meat Boy on there. So we got another inspired flavor inspired by Super Meat Boy. And it is supposed to be like a cinnamon type flavor, but obviously a maybe more spicy cinnamon kind of flavor because of Blood, Sweat, and Tears. So they got you thinking like Atomic Fireball, maybe your Red Hots, or maybe even those Cinnamon Bears. And I gotta say that I am kind of excited by this one because I would have to say that one of my second or third favorite candies was those Cinnamon Bears. Have you guys had the Cinnamon Bears? I used to be so excited by them, but we used to just sometimes get them. We didn't get them very often, but when we did get them, I absolutely loved them. And they were usually kind of the generic Cinnamon Bears, and lots of different companies made them. But I needed to search online to find the ones that I used to really like, and they used to be like individually wrapped. I'll put a picture up here so you can see them. Let me know in the comments down below if you actually had these and if they still make them, because I don't remember seeing them. But they were made by Brock's and they were individually wrapped, and I remember just opening the one and eating it because you know you didn't want to get a whole bag of them, because if you did, you could only eat a couple because they were so good that you wanted more, but they were a bit spicy, and you were fine just eating a couple of them. So I am curious if we're gonna get that flavor out of here. I do love my candy flavors. You know, I just recently did the Go Swedish Fish, gave it a very favorable score. If you haven't seen that video, you gotta watch that video right there to see what I thought of the Go Swedish Fish. And there have been a couple of other candy collabs. C4 just did the C4 Skittles, and right before that they did the C4 Starburst. Both amazing drinks from amazing candy companies, so it's a great collab. And actually, if you guys want to save 20 to 30% off C4 Skittles, C4 Starburst, or any of the C4 flavors, you can check out Cellucor or C4 Energy and use coupon code CaffeineMan. That is going to get you between 20 to 30% off. And like I said earlier, be sure to be following me on social media because I did just do a Skittles giveaway recently where we had 2 winners that both won a case of the Skittles C4 energy drink. And coming up this week or this weekend, I will be doing a C4 Starburst giveaway as well as another C4 Skittles after that. So like I said, it pays to follow me on social media, so definitely be sure to check me out there. But yes, Cinnamon Bears, definitely an interesting flavor for a drink or whatever cinnamon flavor that they're going for, we shall see. But I also thought it was very interesting because I had to actually search online to find those Brock's candies. But as I was looking, there are a few name brand ones besides Brock's, kind of a name brand. I did actually see this picture right here and it just got me to laugh because I was like, oh, that's kind of an interesting picture. That looks familiar. and you'll see why it looks familiar when we go ahead and taste it out. And here's the can. GFuel always does a great job on their graphics. You got the GFuel logo there, you got like a little silver grayish outline, but a primarily red kind of can. And what is this right here? That is Super Meat Boy, but that also does look very familiar to a picture. Let's put this right here. Actually, let's put it like right here. And see if we can get that picture kind of close. Yeah, you ask me if that's similar. That's definitely similar. But yeah, who am I, right? Let's go ahead, let's taste it out. Clear cutter. And I gotta say, you know, a lot of people like that the companies are doing clear colors nowadays. A lot of people don't like artificial colors, which is why a lot of drinks have been going towards the clear colors. But I gotta say, when you're doing like a cinnamon bear flavor, I would have liked to see some red in there. And when GFuel did the red ooze and black ooze, I knew that they weren't gonna have color, but you know, it would be nice to see red ooze. You'd wanna see some red in there. And you don't have to use artificial colors. There are companies out there that use natural colors that come from fruit and vegetables. So just add a little bit of that color. It might not be a bright red or something, but you know, it's just nice to see. Let's taste it out. That was kind of fun. So for your carbonation, you're going like a medium to high carbonation. A lot of the companies have actually started going down a little bit on their carbonation, and I believe it's for whatever flavor they're trying to accomplish. They're going for a candy-ish kind of flavor here, so they are decreasing it a little bit, but I would say that it is medium to high on that really close to high. But because GFuel does like to give you a bunch of carbonation. For your sweetness, you're definitely getting a high sweetness there, no doubt about it. This is a sweet candy kind of drink. And for your flavor profile, they are also giving you a high flavor profile. So they are giving you a lot of good stuff in here. And for that flavor profile, I couldn't help but laugh because it was so much fun. It was so interesting because I first started to sip it, and initially I said, oh, this doesn't taste like much. Is it that GFuel flavor? It doesn't taste like much at all. But that only happened for like a second. And it's funny how your brain works sometimes. It's sort of like when you have a dream, and the dream only lasts probably like a minute or two, but it seemed like it was like days or something like that. And that's what happens when I drink these drinks. It's like within the first millisecond, maybe in the first half a second, maybe even one full second, I was curious where the flavor was, and then it slowly started to swoop in. I don't know if I've ever had a flavor slowly swoop in, but you got that little bit of that cinnamon flavor, and then you got a little bit of that spicy flavor, and then within like 2 or 3 seconds you had this cinnamon bear, liquid cinnamon bear in your mouth, and it's really good. And is it similar to like the Red Hots or the Atomic Fireballs? It is not hot like an Atomic Fireball. It is not that hot, but it is a little bit spicy. I would say it is a lightly spiced drink for those who don't like the spicy flavors. I don't think you're gonna be upset by it. Hopefully you just like a little bit of spice. It's definitely not like their Scorpion Sting. They went a bit spicy with that. This is a nice light candied spice. Like if you were a kid having a cinnamon bear, you're getting a little bit of that cinnamon spice in there, and you're like, ooh, this is kind of spicy, but it's sweet and good. You are getting that from here. It's a really good flavor. I'm gonna go back in to get that little bit of a no flavor, build up flavor. And it's almost like you have to wait until you swallow. I'm actually just gonna put it in my mouth and not swallow it right away and see what happens after I let the aftertaste go. The aftertaste is a great aftertaste too. You got that cinnamon bear aftertaste. I usually don't do that. I'll have to try it with some other energy drinks that as soon as you start drinking it, do you get the flavor, or do you actually have to swallow so that like it gets through your taste buds to actually taste the flavor? But Yeah, it's really good. It's really interesting. It's a lot of fun, and if you could find it, I definitely recommend picking it up. But before I jump ahead and say you should buy it, let me go ahead. Let me put it on the Caffeine Man rating chart. I know some people aren't gonna like cinnamon bears. They're not gonna like red hots, and they're not gonna like cinnamon candy. So they're probably not gonna like this drink. But if you are a fan of that, which is probably a relatively niche audience, not super popular like your Skittles C4 or Swedish Fishes. But if you like it, think you're gonna like this drink. They did a great job. I am actually gonna give this a 9.4. I think it is a great flavor. I think they accomplished what they set out to do. And if you like cinnamon candy flavors, you're gonna love this drink from GFuel, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Like I said, if you're looking to find it, you can find it at micro centers, and hopefully someday maybe they'll expand out elsewhere and you can get it online maybe, because it's a shame to only be able to find it at micro centers. And once again, thank you again to Josh for sending me this drink. I am really happy I got it and appreciative to all the drinks that you send me. So thank you. And until next time, everyone have yourselves a great day or night. I don't know if I've had a I don't know if I've ever had a flavor slowly swoop in